So how do I write a personal statement letter for law school? How to write a good personal statement for law school, no doubt, right? So right now, you're getting ready for applying to law school. You got your transcripts, you're studying for the LSATs. But the key thing is your personal statement, and you're freaking out because you don't know how to write a personal statement. Nonetheless, you don't know what law schools are looking for. That's why you're here and watching this video now. Anyways, my name is Prince Sefa-Boakye. I am a student entrepreneur, law student at Suffolk Law School, and as well as a CEO of LiveLikeAnEntrepreneur.com. And so this question happens to be a prevalent question that a lot of students or aspiring students who are trying to go to law school. One reached out to me, how to write a personal statement letter. So for you who is watching now, I'm going to help you out. So there are 3 things that you need to know about personal statement letters, and I broke it down to 3 things, and it's the acronym called BIF. Okay? 1, be brief. 2, be interesting. And 3, be focused. So, brief. So guys, these law schools are receiving applications, over 1,000 applications or applicants. And so what you need to do is that your personal statement has to be brief. It can't be long-winded. It has to be brief. It has to be brief. Interesting. Really talk about yourself, but most importantly, have a hook line in your personal statement. Have a hook line. You want to grab your admissions counselor's attention. Like I said before, they're reading tons and tons of letters. So be sure that yours stands out from the rest. And also be diverse. And then lastly, be focused. Focus on one thing. I'm serious. One thing. Okay? They don't have time to juggle between, okay, you want to go to law school because you're into criminal justice, but yeah, you want to do maritime law. So it's like, okay, so you gotta focus on one thing. So one thing, and that's it. So that's it. BIF. Then you say to yourself, okay, yes, I got it. Brief, interesting, focus. But yet, I don't know what these law schools are looking for, you know? Well, that's a question that you have to ask them. Meaning, you have to actually go to them. You want to do is this. You want to go on your laptop, go to their website, and they have a special tab for incoming students, and just read their question as far as a personal statement. What they're actually looking for, right? That's how you start off. And I had an opportunity, a chance to apply to over 20 law schools here in the United States. And I've learned 2 things. There's 2 different types of questions that law schools are looking for. And I like to call these types 2. 1, open-ended, and 2, closed-ended. So open-ended, what I like to call, are rainbows and ponies. I'll explain that later. And then the closed one is called the Batman. Really, just called Batman closed-ended questions. So let me go break it down to each one. So the open-ended ones are the ones you can just be yourself. You can be colorful, be you, be interesting. That's an opportunity to do that. And what I've learned is that Harvard Law wants you to be colorful. They want you to talk about rainbows and ponies. So if you're applying to Harvard Law, talk about not talk about rainbows and ponies, but talk about yourself and be very interesting. Have a hook line. I had a chance to talk with a Harvard Law student like 3 years ago when I was applying to law school, and he said that he wrote down for his personal statement letter is hip-hop dance and Russian literature. Like straight up. So, I mean, you can talk about, like, maybe you wanted to be a lawyer so you can protect ponies, so you can help, Vermin Supreme, give free ponies to everybody, right? Okay, I'm sorry, that's a little joke right there, but don't write that. But you get my idea, right? So, open-ended, just describe yourself, be interesting, and be sure you have a hook line. Yeah, and like I said, BIF. And then, so that's open-ended. And then for 2 is the Batman. Now, somebody say, okay, what is this Batman? Why use that analogy? Well, let's talk about Batman for a little bit. Batman became who he was, or who he is, because of what happened to him when he was a little kid. His parents died of gun violence, and so it was that moment. He was angry, and he said to himself, never, never again. And so what I want to do when I grow up, I want to be a vigilante. I want to have a Batmobile. I want to, go train, as a ninja warrior. I want to get this cool gear so I can put criminals behind bars. It's that one moment, that one story, that one, circumstance that law schools want to know. That why a law degree will help you overcome that. So those are your Batman. So you're gonna read that. They're going to ask you, why do you want to go to law school? Why do you want to go law degree? Why do you want to do this? And pay attention, okay? Because law schools want to be sure that your personal statement is tailored towards their mission statement. That's a key thing for these closed memos or Batman, okay? Check out their mission statement, okay? And one, I actually wrote this down, is this: be sure that your personal statement resonates with the school's mission and identity of diversity and social justice. I know for me, when I applied to Suffolk University, they're really big on diversity. So what I did is I talk about my race, African American, talk about social justice. I talk about one person who really, inspired me to be great, Shireen Jones. And then I just talked about what makes me so interesting. And I talked about blogging, straight up blogging. And here's the cool thing, guys. When I got accepted to Suffolk Law School, I got to go to their open house. And they had, a great array of food. Staff were coming by where everyone was mingling, and I was introducing myself to this one staff who I had no idea who she was, right? So when I said my name is Prince, she said this: wait a minute, are you the blogger? I was like, yeah, I'm the blogger. So I was like, so that's what I mean. So now don't be afraid to talk about what you want to do. So yeah, be interesting, be unique, and just be sure that those closed memos resonates with the mission statement of the law school. Be sure it's tailored towards them. And this is what I did. I made a list. I got a black book. I went to every website and I just wrote down their questions. And then I have a good idea of what to write about. Sometimes you may have to write more than 2 personal statements. That's what you gotta do. So hopefully this guys will help you. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I can talk about personal statements. Oh yes, be sure you write an active voice. Active voice. If you haven't already, check out my other video. And be sure you have it read by at least 3 people, 3 professionals, even a law student, anybody, 3, 4, 5 times. It really stretches on grammar and structure and punctuation. So get that out the way. And if you really stuck on as far as, I don't know what to write about, what I did was I took a year off. I took a year off to really study for the LSATs, but also to find myself, to realize why did I want to go to law school. And thank God I did, because I met some interesting people who helped me with my decision of going to law school. So don't be afraid if you want to take a year off of college. Don't be afraid of doing that, or take some time off. Find yourself, because you don't want to go in there with bad intentions. Okay, so that's it, guys. Have fun. I'm serious, guys. Make it fun. Make it you. They want to know about you. Don't talk about your parents. Don't talk about your uncle. Nothing about you, because you know what? You're special. And they want to have a candidate who has your qualities and want to make their school very unique. Okay. Whew, man, I'm passionate. Man, it reminds me of my days when I was writing my personal statement letter. So, if you're curious about my lifestyle as a law student, entrepreneur, if it's something for you, if you want to make your own business, own income, check out my website, which is livelikeanentrepreneur.com. If you're into politics, check out my other blog, princessdailyjournal.com. And if you guys want to take a look, I'm having breakfast here, so doing some errands. Gonna have my little talk with Isabella Palmgren, my accountability partner from Finland. So, whew, man, keep doing it, guys. Believe in yourself. Biggest thing. Believe in yourself when you write these personal statement letters. Okay? Don't be afraid. You can do this. And if you need to contact me, use my website, livelikeanentrepreneur.com. Alright, guys. Take care. Be well and rock on. And ride on.